Hi lovelies, today I'm going to be sharing with you my experience using the Coola range of SPF products. What I've actually bought, because of obviously in the Black Friday sale, a lot of stuff was the whole site in New Zealand was 20% off, and I've been looking at getting some more SPF facial care for me because obviously, look how pale I am. I need it desperately because obviously we don't want to get cancer or wrinkles, and I'd be lying if I said that wrinkles weren't a bigger concern for me, because I'm now 30. Yay. So what I'm actually going to be showing you is my experience using this stuff. So I've got the SPF mineral sunscreen. This is the matte tint. It's unscented and it's meant to be a mineral BB cream. Also sharing with you my experience using the makeup setting spray. So this is SPF 30 again, and so this is just meant to set your makeup and keep it in place. Also one more thing, this is their Liplux original formula SPF 30 lip balm. So all three of these products I'm going to be reviewing for you, so stick around if you want to see how well it works. I'm going to be starting off by showing you my first impressions, how it's applying on my first day, which is today as of filming, and I'll be wearing it for a couple of weeks, and I'll be doing check-ins in the morning and at night using different application techniques, different amounts, and just seeing how well it can actually wear. Now I also want to tell you guys, I've got oily skin, I've got textured skin, and so it's rather challenging for me to find something that can really work for me well, so that's why I'm trying out this full range, and that's why I'm giving you this full in-depth honest review on my skin. So let's just jump straight into it. Get started with the primer. Let me remind you once again, it is 5:20 in the morning, so if I'm a little tired, it's because this is ridiculously early in the morning. Of course, I'll just pop this on the screen for you, but this looks really promising to me. So this is just in one universal shade, by the way. Let's just see exactly how much coverage we can get from it. Just gonna pop, oh, hello. Oh, that was runny to start off with. Okay, let's just have a look, see? I don't think I want to apply this with a beauty blender. Oh, it feels almost moussey. Like, that is such an interesting texture. Oh my goodness, I can see that this is barely any coverage on me. I'm okay with using this as a primer. So this is meant to be a matte finish. Oh, it feels very silicone-y on the skin. Like, you know those silicone primers, how it creates this sort of gliding effect? That is how this feels. It's not sinking into the skin, but it's sitting on top of the skin. Oh yeah, you can't tell the difference between those two sides of my face yet, can you? Yeah, this doesn't really feel like much of a BB cream to me. It definitely feels more like a primer, because when you see how transparent this is, yeah, that's really not providing coverage at all. But luckily, I think that this would actually be okay on all skin tones, because you could see like it's too dark, too dark on me, but it's actually fine the way it is right now, but as a primer and a primer alone. My foundation is the same as usual. This is the one that I've been using every day. I'm really enjoying it. So it's the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. I'm going to apply it using my usual technique of a beauty blender, and hopefully, and I really do mean hopefully, this will actually work out okay. And because it's very silicone-y feeling, I'm making sure to do this in the same technique, which is like a dabbing technique. So you're not like smudging it all over the place, you're just dabbing it and pushing the product into the skin to hopefully make sure that we're not going to disturb anything. That's really interesting. Can you see that texture? It's almost like it's balled up in places. Oh my god, I need to look in a mirror. So just seeing, because I know how this foundation plays, so I'm just having a look, see how this looks. So the texture on my skin is actually looking fine. It's created a really nice smooth effect on my skin. It's a lot smoother than it normally looks when I put on this foundation, so that's great. That could be because of the silicone finish though. The pores on my nose actually kind of look better, but it does still kind of feel like this is sitting on top of my skin. Like it hasn't really created like a sort of bond. So I'm a bit concerned if that's going to slip off at the end of the day or during the day or something. The face is looking, I'm just going to come in a bit closer for you guys. So you can see what that texture looks like. It's not sunk into anything yet. Everything's actually looking really nice and smoothed over. I'm really appreciating the finish on this, honestly, and the fact it's got SPF in it just makes me so happy. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish off the rest of my face, and then I'm gonna show you what it's like using this, because this is something I'm very excited about. We're not done yet. So now I want to see what happens. So you can see this has been on my face for around about 20 minutes whilst I've done the rest of this. And it's actually just settling in really nicely. I don't currently feel like it's going to smudge, but I always like to use setting powder. So for day one, I'm just going to use this in the same way I always do. And that is, of course, to set my foundation. So this is the Cover FX. This is the matte setting powder in the shade Light. Just going to try and make sure it doesn't fly everywhere. You know when that powder's really expensive, so you just don't want any of it to go anywhere? Yeah. So using that same beauty blender, I'm just going to stipple a bit of this all over my face. Anyway, so now this is how we are looking with some powder. So it's actually looking really nice and matte. It's looking like a really nice finish, even on my very textured skin. This is something I really want to emphasize to you guys. Like, my skin texture is awful. My pores are large. It's just, it's not fun. Mirror of Judgment. Okay, that hasn't pulled anything away. We're still looking, so I'm looking super matte right now. That's looking really good. High key here for this. High key surprised. I really hope that this lasts throughout the whole day. And now it's time to try the thing that I was most excited about. So this is the Coola Face Makeup Setting Spray to start off with. Ooh, I wasn't expecting that. Ooh, that's a nice unboxing experience. Okay, I will just screenshot this for you so you can have a look at what the text says. And of course, the ingredients on the back. Okay. Ooh. Well, the spritzer works. It's a bit stingy. Oh, it smells like alcohol. Oh my god. Oh my god, that was not nice. Oh, why is it stinging my eyes? Oh my god. That should not be stinging my eyes. Okay, the stinging is going, but I feel like it's my eyes water. Oh my god, you'll need to wear a waterproof mascara. Oh, I was not expecting that. Yeah, so this mascara stays wet for ages, and so now I've got these beautiful black smudges going on under here, so I'm gonna have to try and fix that. I will see you guys once I've fed these cats and had some breakfast. Do you want food? Yeah, you want some food? Okay, I will see you guys soon. Oh, hello, we are back. I have not even tried to get rid of this because I'll have to redo my makeup and it's 10 to 7, so I need to head off to work. So I'm just gonna have smudged mascara under my eyes all day. And this is another thing that I bought as well. Oh, cute. It's got a little, that's really cute. I really do appreciate all of the packaging they've got here, actually. It's very adorable. 4.2 grams. I mean, like, for a lip balm, that's actually pretty good. Ooh. Oh, okay, so you have to twist that off and then you twist this up. Ooh, okay, it's scented. But it smells really sweet. The Natural Confectionery Company, they have this product that is called, I don't know, it's got like dinosaurs and stuff in it. That's what it smells like. So far my lips are okay. Now this is one thing that I really did want to buy because obviously your lips can get sunburnt as well, and so it's important to take care of them too. So I'm just trying to be as SPF conscious as possible, as you can probably tell. But of course I need to put on some lipstick on top of that because this look does not look complete, so I'll just quickly apply some lipstick. This is Makeup Geek, by the way. This is in the shade Clumsy. So anyway, that is how the look has finished looking. And that went on fine on top of that lip balm. Like, there's nothing that's grainy about it. It's a really, really smooth formula, so I like that, and it's worked out well. So let's just see how it goes throughout the rest of the day. So it's 5 to 7. I've really got to rush to work. And this is how we are looking. I'm impressed so far, except for the whole eye thing. Just watching Philip DeFranco, but kind of a Proof of time, it is 6:19. I just wanted to check in with you guys about the adventure I've had today. So, let's have a look. Now, one thing I've noticed is at around about the 4.5 hour mark, when I went to the bathroom, I saw that there was more creasing down here, as you can quite clearly see, unfortunately. And it's also started to separate around here, but the creasing had begun at about the 4.5 hour mark. Now, that is... for me, that can happen very easily. And obviously I was like, I'm not touching my face because we want this to be like accurate and true so we can actually see what's really happening. And then around my nose, you can see it's definitely started to separate and it's not looking quite so pretty there, but my cheeks, ooh, baby, they look good. Same as my forehead. And so obviously I've got some shininess that's gone on here, but overall, I've got to say, I am super impressed with how matte this has kept my face. It's actually pretty incredible. My skin looks so matte. This is wild. It's like I've got a tiny bit of shininess going on here, and on the sides of my nose, this is normally where I get the most shine happening. But everywhere else, this is amazing. My lips are also not irritated, so I was very pleased about that. Obviously, I'm going to continue to use all of this stuff. I applied some of this because I took this in my bag. This is hella heavy, okay? This is actually like weighty, seriously, because it's made of glass, and I get that it's a really nice packaging experience. It's all lovely, but in terms of being able to top up during the day, which is what I kind of wanted this for, it's not the most convenient because obviously it's glass, it's heavy. I just don't really have a way to top up my face with SPF, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to get a setting. I was like, what a genius idea, a setting spray with this. It smells like alcohol. I can't quite describe the smell, but it's definitely smelly and it definitely sticks around for a while. It's not like absolutely repulsive, but it does make me think of alcohol-y sort of smells, and it's not the most pleasant. So it's day 2, we've got a power outage, so I'm trying to use the natural light that is coming in, so if it's a bit weird, sorry. Luckily it's summer, otherwise we would have no light at all. I've made sure to not set my makeup, so this is with just the primer. I use less of it. It's a very different experience to what it was yesterday, and I have not set anything. So this is how it's looking so far, and it is 10 to 7. Also, Brandon also commented that this stinks, so I don't know what I can do to stop it from smelling so bad. Yeah, that's still stinky. Oh, this was very expensive as well. Okay, I'll see you guys later on tonight in around about 11 hours or so. Hey guys, so it is pretty much bang on 6 p.m. and I've had this on since about 5:15, but here's the mirror of judgment, and I've got to say I have not enjoyed the finish without using the powder on it. So when I looked in the mirror at work, it kind of looked like this had separated a bit on my face, and yeah, it's already separated around. Now, I did have to blow my nose, so wait a second, I'll need to be a bit more judgmental of myself then, because hay fever suddenly struck me today, or something struck me, I do not know. My chin is oilier than it was. My forehead's still kind of okay, it's got a bit of a gleam to it. My nose is shinier. And honestly, this comes right off now. Like this foundation, it doesn't stay at all, so it's just a lot easier to wipe off. So you have to set this stuff, even though you're using a setting spray, foundation, and obviously the primer, you have to set it. It does make a difference if you're oily skin like me. Still got this creasing that is still happening down here. Pretty good. It almost feels like yesterday the finish was just so good. But this is why we continue to test things out. Day 3, primer, powder, and setting spray. You can feel it on my lashes. It's stinging around here. This is how we're looking now. It's still stinging around here. So obviously it's Friday. It is 6:51 p.m. Proof. Everyone can change their watch, but I'm going to call this proof as well. This is how we are looking. So I didn't walk to work today. I drove because I've exhausted myself with working out too much this week. Even so, look at that separation all around here. Like, the shine is kind of, well, it's definitely there. And on my chin, it's more shiny. It's like day one was like, if I was doing this via first impressions, you would get such a wrong idea of how these products work. This is why I do videos the way I do, because it's like, you can see this is so different to how it was before. I haven't really done anything strenuous that would cause a meltdown of the face, so to speak. It is 8:14 p.m. Maybe you can, yep. Obviously I've been wearing this for a bit longer, but I am fairly shiny. The only product that I used today from Coola was this one, the setting spray. So there has been no primer that's been used. Makeup is still on my face, shiny as all hell, but it's on. I haven't blotted, haven't done anything, and tomorrow I'm going to use a bit more of the primer and see what happens when I do that. This still stings when it gets applied. So I used a bit more primer than what I have been using, and I really do like the finish that it gives. It is now 10 to 7 in the morning, and I don't think I'll be able to do like a proper check-in today because I'm getting a facial done tonight to try and sort out my texture. So what I'll do instead is I'll insert a couple of photos after this so that you guys can see how it looks afterwards. But I've used all of the products today. I'm really glad that this still isn't irritating my lips yet, and we'll just see what it looks like tonight in some very probably unflattering light. Okay, it's Wednesday, it is 10 to 7 and I need to get going. Obviously after my facial yesterday, my skin is looking so much better and the texture looks a lot better, so when I come in for my close-up, you will very clearly see the texture of my skin has changed quite a bit. And when I put on this morning, it did go a lot more matte of a finish. Time for this stuff. I think it really is just the alcohol in this. Oh my god. And obviously because I had a facial yesterday, like, you have to be quite careful with what you use, but then you're still meant to use sun cream. So I'm like, I'll check in with you guys tonight. Be about maybe 7 o'clock. Okay, it's 8:31 p.m. I am about to hop in the shower. Everything's running very late because of try-on dresses, but I think I found like the exact one that I'm after, which is very exciting. But let's have a look at what my face is like. I've been rubbing my nose quite a bit because I kept getting cat fluff on the end of it, so this is how we are. I know it creased up in here earlier. And of course, after my fruit enzyme peel that I had yesterday, the texture on my skin is just naturally going to look better. I think I'm about ready to give my final verdict on all of this after wearing it for a week. Let me just do one final spritz with this. Yeah, it still stings when I apply it. You have to keep your eyes closed for around about 30 seconds. It's still stinging, and that smell. I really enjoy the concept of this one, but I think that ultimately, if you are quite sensitive, this is going to be painful for you. You know what I mean? I really like the concept. The alcohol content is too high. Alcohol is literally the first ingredient. It's organic. You guys know me and organic, I do not care. It's a good product. I've found that I haven't gotten burnt whilst I use it, which is great, but it's just, there are definitely some drawbacks to getting this. This, on the other hand, The primer, you cannot use it by itself. It says it is a matte tint. It is matte, but that tint is not there. So for me, I'd be saying this one, I would highly recommend it. It's not really a BB cream, it's definitely a lot more of a primer. I really like the finish it gives on my skin. Obviously, like I said, I had a facial 2 days ago now, and so my skin texture is going to be a little bit funny at the moment, but this has honestly been really good. I've enjoyed using it in different quantities. I find that when you use less, it's not as good. I like to use a little bit more, and it can come out a little bit watery, so you do want to like shake it up a little bit. It's like you've got the thick consistency, but then you also get that slightly inappropriate looking stuff as well, because it can be a little bit watery, but this one I would definitely recommend getting. Same as the lip balm, I have not found any sensitivity from my lips. This has been a very good formula. I'm actually wearing it underneath this lipstick right now. Yes, I know this lipstick is a lot, so I actually do really enjoy this one. I would be recommending this as well. So 2 out of 3 ain't bad, and like I said, I've still got that whole other kit which is really good for travel, which will be perfect for us, especially if like you're hopping out to the beach or something. I found that Coola's actually been very impressive. I would just say sensitive people, that primer setting spray, which you can of course take with you places, it's so convenient. It's stinky and it stings, and I can still smell it right now. Yeah, it's not the most ideal. It takes a while for it to actually, that smell to go. Overall, I am very impressed. I think that there is a bunch of really good stuff going on here. I just kind of think that they need to sort of work on the formula for the spray. And I hope that you lovelies found this in-depth review very useful. And I will see you all again very soon with some more reviews of products. Have a wonderful week. See you again. Bye.